Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. This time of year, guess what? It's March Madness, and March Madness reminds me of many things, but the most important thing that it reminds me of is one of the greatest coaches, arguably the greatest coach that has ever lived. 10 national championships. It's Coach John Wooden. He considered himself a teacher, and he's better known to this day. He's passed away in 2010. And in June, it'll be 9 years. And the world lost a tremendous leader. I was grateful. I was very grateful. I am grateful to have been able to spend quite a bit of time with him. And I learned so much from him. One story, let me share with you just briefly, that kind of humbled me. I had the opportunity to do video with him. I wanted to capture his experiences, so I did 4.5 hours of video, sitting in one spot, and he stayed there the whole time, and he's just so genuine, told story after story, talked about how much he loved his wife, what he felt about God, education, captured it all. I broke it down into a 45-minute segment summary of it and gave it in a CD to each of his children and grandchildren as a gift from me. And in a memory of their father and grandfather and great-grandfather. But what an amazing man. What an amazing man. Now, when I concluded this, when we concluded, Jimmy Ward, the cameraman who had his crew there, he said, Lee, why don't we got everything set up, why don't we just do a few minutes of you? So I sat down and started talking, and I looked out of the corner of my eye, and Coach Wooden, I thought, was taking notes of me. So he's writing down. Jimmy saw it, turned the camera around to him and said, Coach Wooden, I see that you're taking notes on what Lee is saying. Would you be willing to share those notes with us? And he said, oh, actually, he said, there's a TV right through there, and I'm watching a women's college game, and I know the coach, and I'm taking notes down for her. So, well, I thought it was a great opportunity, but the opportunity was there for me to listen, not to talk. Coach Wooden, may I share with you one lesson, kind of a big lesson that he taught me. You know, when he graduated from 6th grade, his dad gave him a card, and he's kept that card his entire life. I watched him take it out of his wallet and show me this card. On one side of it was a quote from Reverend Henry Van Dyke. And here's what it said. And he quoted it often. 4 things a man must learn to do if he would make his life more true. To think without confusion clearly, to love his fellow man sincerely, to act from honest motives purely, to trust in God and heaven securely. On the other side, you may have heard me talk about his number 4 on this, but he had his 7-point creed that his father gave him. And the 7-point creed was, be true to yourself. A note to myself, I carry this with myself now wherever I go. It's in my journal. I have it with me all the time. So I put a note to myself after each one of his points. So point number 1 was be true to yourself. My note to myself is be the me that makes me me. Align my unique ability with my life's purpose. Be comfortable with who I am becoming. Number 2, help others. My words, can I be the answer to somebody's prayer today? Don't think less of myself, just think of myself less. Arrows out, okay? Number 3, make each day your masterpiece. Hey, each day is a rare gift. There's 1,440 minutes in each day. Treat each day as though it's all that I have. Tomorrow is not an extension of today. Number 4, drink from good books daily, especially the Bible. Be mindful of what I read, what I listen to, and what I watch. So look for truth, look for virtue, things that are lovely and of good report, praiseworthy, elevation. Number 5, make friendship a fine art. Be a good friend to have good friends. I am the product of the 5 people I spend the most time with. Number 6, build a shelter against a rainy day. My words, save more, spend less. Number 7, pray for guidance and count and give thanks for your blessings every day. Cultivate the discipline of daily prayer and moments of empowering gratitude. I am grateful for the Coach John Wooden. I'm grateful for the role that he has had in my life and how his legacy, what he lived, continues to live on in the lives of thousands of others, including mine. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for letting me share this with you. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.